All right, I would like to call the Town of Warwick Town Board meeting to order for January 15, 2026. If you would all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the Deputy Clerk please call roll?
Supervisor Dwyer.
Here.
Councilman Colwell.
Here.
Councilman D'Angelo.
Here.
Councilman Venn.
Here. Okay, I would like to make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes for January 2nd's reorganizational meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the regular meeting minutes for January 2nd's regular Town Board meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that we pay all audited bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Correspondence is listed as addendum number 1. We do not have visiting elected officials at the moment, but we may be expecting one before the end of the meeting. And if he arrives, we'll introduce him to say a few words. We will move right into reports of our boards and department heads, beginning with Police Chief John Rader.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'm going to be presenting the 2025 State of our Police Department address that should have been done at the organizational meeting to you and the board. So I'm pleased to present the 2025 State of the Police Department report. This past year has been defined by progress, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to protecting and serving the residents of the town of Warwick. Our department continues to embrace professionalism, compassion, and integrity as the foundation of our work. The accomplishments of 2025 reflect the dedication of the men and women who serve our community, whether on patrol, supporting emergency dispatch, or working behind the scenes in administrative and investigative roles. Their efforts ensure that our town remains a safe and welcoming place to live, work, and visit. Throughout the year, we strengthened community partnerships, expanded officer training, and leveraged modern technology to enhance both public safety and operational efficiency. From responding to emergencies and enforcing the law, to engaging with youth, seniors, and civic organizations, our officers work tirelessly to maintain the high level of service our residents expect and deserve. Some of our activity highlights for 2025: we responded to 19,923 reported incidents. We effected 384 arrests, issued 2,026 traffic tickets, and 336 parking tickets. We investigated 657 motor vehicle accidents, which breaks down to 589 property damage, 66 personal injury, and 2 fatalities. We seized 77.21 grams of cocaine, 93.67 grams of heroin and fentanyl, 229 pills, 41.9 pounds of marijuana, 22.5 grams of mushrooms, and we either seized or recovered 76 firearms. Our staffing in 2025, we had retirements. Police officer and canine handler Kevin Halsey, along with canine Rocky, retired on June 28th. Rocky was Officer Halsey's third four-legged partner in his career. Officer Halsey was known throughout the county and the state as a role model for canine handlers. Detective Sean Tetzloff retired on August 16th. Detective Tetzloff dedicated his career to serving the community and investigating, and in most cases solving, some of our most serious crimes. Promotions: Officer Robert Kenny and Officer Joseph Kennedy were promoted to detective on May 29th. They have become valuable members of our investigative unit and provided much needed support investigating criminal activity in our town. On a side note, when we promoted them on May 29th, we held a little gathering downstairs in the police station for their friends and family to congratulate them with our fellow officers. Before that event was over, Detective Brazier and Detective Kennedy were called out to a reported burglary. They investigated the burglary, identified a suspect almost immediately, and made an arrest. So Detective Kennedy made an arrest within hours of his promotion for a felony burglary. Some of the highlights for 2025. On February 15th, we were one of 3 agencies in Orange County to go live with the county's new records management system. This milestone culminated months of grant-funded technology upgrades to our patrol units, giving our officers the ability to process reports in the field in real time while connected to our communications center and the 911 center. By mid-2026, all agencies in Orange County will be operating on this system, enabling our officers to gather and share information instantaneously. This was a huge milestone for our department. This is the first time since we were handwriting reports that we're taking reports in the field. I think, to put it in perspective, when you're patrolling 105 square miles, when you're able to take reports on the scene and not have to come back to the station and type a report into the computer is huge to our operation. And we're almost a year into it now, and it's really almost a seamless transition to this. Our school officers held the 7th and 8th sessions of our Junior Police Academy over the summer, with a total of 47 young cadets from the ages of 10 to 15 successfully completing the program. This year, standout junior cadets from previous sessions who aged out were welcomed back as platoon leaders, serving as role models for our new recruits. Our 4th National Night Out at Memorial Park in August brought not only the largest attendance from the community, but also the highest participation from our local stakeholders. This event highlighted the partnerships, the people, and the resources that make Warwick special. It included children's activities and live entertainment by the Black Dirt Bandits, a well-known local band. We worked tirelessly with the New York State Police on the Dawn Marino 1981 cold case homicide. A multi-day search warrant was executed on Little York Road near the original discovery site, representing the most significant investigative progress in decades. This case remains active and ongoing, and we are committed to bringing long-awaited justice to the Marino family. We met and in many cases exceeded the 112 standards of the New York State Police Accreditation Program that we first earned in 2023. These standards govern our operations, administrative practices, and training requirements, ensuring that we meet the highest benchmarks for a municipal police agency. We partnered closely with Orange County's newly established Arson Task Force, significantly increasing the quality and the depth of fire investigations in our jurisdiction. 5 joint investigations were conducted in 2025. 1 involved a fatal residential structure fire, and the remaining 4 resulted in 3 separate arrests. Our community outreach efforts continued, including car seat fittings, health and wellness fairs, the annual senior barbecue, career day at the Warwick High School, and presentations to our senior citizen groups on scams targeting older residents. In a year when breast cancer hit close to home, we united behind the efforts to raise awareness and fund research. Our officers wore pink ribbons for the month of October and raised nearly $3,000 through No Shave November. Our compassion and solidarity remain as strong as our badge. As we conclude 2025, I want to express my sincere appreciation to the men and women of the Town of Warwick Police Department. Your commitment, professionalism, and resilience on the road, in dispatch, in investigations, and in every support function continue to define this agency and serve our community with honor. I also extend heartfelt thanks to the Town Board for your ongoing leadership and support. Your investment in staffing, technology, equipment, and infrastructure ensures we have the tools necessary to keep Warwick safe. The accomplishments of the year reflect teamwork, shared purpose, and a collective belief in the value of public service. As we turn the page to 2026, the Town of Warwick Police Department remains fully committed to innovation, professionalism, and service excellence. We will build on the foundation strengthened in 2025, expanding training opportunities, investing in emergency technologies, and in enhancing the health and wellness of our officers. We will continue recruiting and developing the next generation of police professionals while deepening our partnerships with the residents, schools, businesses, and regional agencies. Our mission is clear: to protect our community, reduce harm, and ensure every person in Warwick feels safe, respected, and supported. We approach the coming year with confidence, purpose, and a renewed sense of duty. Together with the Town Board, our citizens, and our dedicated staff, we will make 2026 another year of progress and pride for the Town of Warwick. That concludes my report, unless there's any questions from the board.
Just want to say thank you very much for all your hard work and leadership, Chief, and thank you very much to the men and women of our entire Warwick Police Department. You guys do a fantastic job. We're very proud of you, and we appreciate everything you do.
We appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to move through the rest of the department heads, and then we'll introduce you. DPW Commissioner Astorino.
Okay, since our last meeting, we did have some quite windy conditions like a week and a half ago, so we had quite a bit of storm damage we had to clean up. We are out in our winter work. It was brushing roadsides. We brushed Sanfordville Road. We are still continuing to finish that road. Ryerson Road, we went out with our boom mower. Rutherford Road, we were out with that. Potholes, we were out filling daily with cold mix. Snow work, we did on 1/6/26, we sanded and salted all roads. Vehicle maintenance and emergency repairs, that's ongoing, especially in the winter. And we did haul some material to the Greenwood Lake stockpile. We hauled the sand, salt mix, and straight salt. Any questions, comments, concerns? Also, I would like to just make a mention that the parking on the streets during the winter, it makes our life a lot easier, it makes the plow driver's life a lot easier if everybody can move their cars off the road. So, thank you for that.
Great. Any questions for Ben? Thank you, Ben. Deputy Commissioner McPherson.
Good evening, everyone. I just have a couple things for tonight. We mailed out and went door to door and hand delivered notices about the service line inventory program to all our water districts. We received several phone calls about the notices, so I just want to reiterate, this notice does not mean that the house has lead pipes. It means it is marked unknown in our inventory until we can fully identify all parts of the water service that's buried outside. One of our goals for this year is to work toward hopefully getting some funding to assist in the state mandate. Other than that, we're doing a lot of new year and year-end things, year-end reporting to regulatory agencies, updating sampling schedules for all our districts, starting to work on annual water quality reports. Our guys finished all Q4 meter reads for last year, and our guys continue to do winter maintenance and upkeep at all the facilities, as well as doing the rounds and normal operations 7 days a week.
Any questions for Matt? No. Thank you, Matt. Recreation Director Walter.
Thank you, Supervisor. So with the lack of snow on the ground, the pickleball players are back at the park, even though it's been cold, which is great to see. And there's lots of people out hiking and walking, which is also great to see in the winter. The construction on the existing pools is still happening. They're working on the coping around the pools. It's nice and smooth and not sharp and pointed, so it's great. And we have some great events coming up in the community. So this Saturday, we have a free event called Too Good to Toss Mini Kids Event, where people donate clean and well-kept toys and clothing for children and toddlers. And you don't have to donate something to come and take something. It's like a swap, so you could come and just take what you need. So that's a free event on Saturday at the park from 9 to 3. And then the following Saturday, on January 24th, is the Warwick Winter Wiggle. That's a really fun, free event. There's dial-a-bus available if you need to get there. There's food. There's a lot of mental health awareness tables, there's crafts, things for the kids. So that is on Saturday the 24th from 4:30 to 7:30. That's going to be a really fun event. We hope you can all come out and make it. And then lastly, I just wanted to remind everybody to go onto the town's Facebook page or go onto the town's website and take the Parks and Recreation survey. It's a great survey. We had already about 230 people taking it. The feedback's been fantastic on our parks, so I'm hoping that you join me and take that survey so we can get some more information about what you want to see in our parks. Well, that's it.
Great. Any questions for Sam? Thank you, Sam. All right, this time I am happy to welcome and introduce our newly elected county legislator, Mr. Jonathan Rediker. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Of course, please do. Yeah.
Board and guests and directors, it's nice to be with you. I wanted to come and address the board in the newly elected term of the county legislature. I know Warwick was split into 4 districts. The district that I would represent, that I am representing, is basically Goshen, Florida, and the part of Warwick from Florida to the town park. All right, so it's great to hear about the town park stuff going on. It's a wonderful park. Great job over there and all that programming as well. I wanted to just give a little bit about my background and my vision for the role I have as county legislature. I am new to politics, but not new to government. I was a government teacher at Goshen High School for a long time, so much like I see the fine music and art teachers that you guys have here in Warwick, doing those things, doing art and music, I feel like there's a nice trajectory from teaching government to being in the government. So I think that's a neat thing for me to share with you. I also wanted to share that I do have some Warwick roots, where I live in Goshen now. I live in Hambletonian Park when I was getting my feet set in Orange County about 21 years ago. It was a great opportunity, and sorry, Homestead Village. Did I say the wrong thing? But I lived in Homestead Village for a couple of years. My wife was a teacher at Warwick Valley Middle School. That's what brought us to the area. So an odd situation for many people to hear that it was work that brought us to Orange County. And we need to get back to some of that as well for jobs and opportunities here in our region. This is a great community. Warwick is, I think, one of the pinnacle communities in Orange County. I think you guys deserve a lot of credit for your hand at the wheel, doing both a lot of work in the large acreage that you guys have and the roads to take care of and the excellent police work, but in the community that you've built here, as far as sponsoring small businesses, sponsoring, having that idea of shopping local, of being really connected to community. And I think that beyond the natural beauty and landscape in this area, I think Warwick is a town that many people look at and say, wow, wish we could be like them. So kudos to you all in that. I do think it's a gem in the county. One of the things that I need to be, that I will be very careful of as a county legislature is not to lump all of the three municipalities of Goshen, Florida, and Warwick together. There are obviously unique things about each place, and I'll handle that deftly and make sure that I work closely and transparently with all of you for anything that we need from the county that I can help provide. We just got our committee assignments, so I'm excited to be chairing the Rules Committee as well as being participants on lots of other different committees coming up this term. So very excited about that. Anything that you need, I really build my life on honesty and trust. We want to make sure that we're being open and transparent, and the people deserve that. So I'm looking forward to a great partnership long-term, hopefully, and I'm ready to work with anybody through transparency and good governance on both sides of the aisle. So whether people supported me or not, I'm here ready to work with you hand in hand, and I appreciate the time. So thank you guys.
No problem. I appreciate you coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And best of luck to you, and always feel free to reach out if you ever need anything, you want to sit down and have lunch. And now we talked about it at the senior barbecue. Maybe now we can get together and have lunch.
For sure. And so my county telephone number is available and stuff. I think Tom has my personal number. Feel free to share it. So yeah, happy to come.
Great. Thanks for coming. All right, we're going to move right into town board reports, beginning with Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, good evening. The Warwick Humane Society begins 2026 with a full house. They have 25 dogs, small and large mixes. They have 85 adult cats, 60 kittens, 16 rabbits, 4 roosters, and 2 budgies, which are parakeets, if you don't know what a budgie is. So they have 189 homeless animals. Adoption applications are available at wvhumane.org under the Forms and Downloads tab. With the holidays behind us, it's a great time to adopt. They have extensive wish list, the cat and dog pill pockets. These are little treats that they put pills into so they would eat their medicine. 1/4 pound paper food trays, pate-style canned cat food, medium and large exam gloves, bleach, simple green cleaner, paper towels, small and large paper plates, 13-gallon garbage bags. And they do not need any newspapers at this time. And they want to thank the town board, the DPW, the Warwick Police, the Fire and EMS, and the community for the support of the organization's efforts for our community's homeless pets. That's all I have for the Humane Society. As far as the Town of Warwick Friendly Visitor Program goes, for the month of December, they had number of neighbors assisted was 32. The number of volunteers assisting those neighbors was 27. For a total number of services provided by volunteers was 246. And for the total for the year, the volunteers provided 2,194 services. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Cole, your report, please.
Thank you. Well, now we're into 2026, which is our 250th anniversary. There's a lot of things going on all over the town in the next few months. And the best place to look these things up is to go to the library website. Was a library website, Historical Society. Check in on the town website. We'll have a few things going on then. And upcoming this Monday is Martin Luther King Day. And I hope that people will... I always thought that one of the most profound things he ever said was, the color of their skin is not as important as the character. I'm paraphrasing, but character over color of skin. I hope we can in the future, try to get up to that standard and judge people on who they are and not what they are. And also, going to have a battery meeting next week. We're proceeding with the town board's direction on the new battery ordinance in the town. We're doing our due diligence with that and doing research. Town board chairman, or the planning board chairman, is working with us with the engineers and attorneys, and we're going to try to craft the best ordinance that we can for the town, for the best interest. That's all I have.
Great, thank you. Councilman Mattingly, your report, please.
Thank you, Supervisor. Relative to the Warwick Valley Chamber of Commerce and the Village of Warwick, the Stretch Artists ribbon cutting will be Thursday, January 22nd at 4 p.m., 62 Main Street, Suite 1. Join us in celebrating the Stretch Artists move into the Remod Recovery Studio and learn all about their terrific offerings. Warwick Valley Middle School yearbook ads showcase your business in the book that never loses its appeal. Students and their families will visit the yearbook countless times and cherish it for a lifetime. Ads are due January 30th. Call 800-358-0800 for information. Mount Peter celebrates 90 years on Saturday, January 31st from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. 51 Old Mount Peter Road in Warwick. Live entertainment by Black Dirt Bandits, roaming performers with magic balloons, stilt walking, and more. The Village of Florida Chamber of Commerce will hold their January mixer at the Pine Island Tap House, 682 County Route 1 in Pine Island. Dinner will be catered by Table 21. The cost is $20 per person plus cash bar. For all the events in Pine Island Chamber, visit pineislandny.com/events for a full list of community and member events this month. Greenwood Lake Chamber of Commerce would like you to know about its Cure for Cabin Fever mixer on Wednesday, January 28th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Murphy's Pub, 89 Windermere Avenue in Greenwood Lake. Join the Greenwood Lake Chamber for an evening of great connections, delicious food, and business connections. Free admission to business members and $10 for non-members. And the Greenwood Lake Chamber has announced the date for the Greenwood Lake Street Fair, which is Saturday, June 13th, 2026. For a full list of events, visit gwlnychamber.com/events. And that is my report for this evening.
Thank you. Does the deputy clerk have a report?
Yes.
Okay.
The fees collected for the town clerk's office for the month of December were $44,875.35, and the fees paid out for the month of December were $2,480.84, and the total annual fees collected for the year of 2025 were $413,684.96, and the total annual fees paid out for 2025 were $56,501.12. That is all I have.
The town clerk is not feeling well tonight or the last couple of days, so I do appreciate the deputy clerk stepping in. I'm sure Eileen is watching from home right now, thinking that you're doing a fabulous job, so great work, and we appreciate it. My report is somewhat of a summary of our workshop. We have about an hour-long workshop before the meeting that's always open to the public, and I'll just mention some of the highlights to the public. Two major projects that we're working on right now. They're both significantly grant-funded projects. The Wickham Wastewater District project, as well as the Jane Street Bridge project, are fully underway as far as design. We intend to begin construction on the Wickham wastewater probably late 2027. We're going to go out to bid hopefully by the end of this year, and it is a significant project that will require a lot of outreach to try to get the best and most competitive pricing. Jane Street Bridge, we're working on the design. We've been working on the design for about 6 months, but unfortunately for us, it is a state-funded project which requires much more thorough review and state involvement, so it's not a very simple process like it would be if the town were funding 100% of the project. We are actively working with the Village of Warwick on our multi-use trail, which will connect the downtown Village of Warwick with the Route 94 commercial district of Price Chopper and ShopRite. We had a conference call this week with the engineering firm, and we've basically finalized the details of the map, which will be made public very soon. Right now, we're going to be working with each of the property owners that are abutting the trail and looking at potential easement acquisitions, as certain portions of the trail will run into private property. But we've already met with all the stakeholders in the area along the entire path of the trail, and every one of them are very supportive of this project. And we hope that it'll be very similar to the county's trail system that they have, which has become a widely used multi-use trail. And this will be a wonderful recreation trail, but will also connect residents to places where they may work without having vehicular access. In addition to that trail, we're also working, the town board and I talked today with the recreation director about submitting a grant application for trail improvements at Wickham Woodlands Park. This would also include the State School Road portion of the roadway there. That's a very narrow section, but with the opening of Wickham Woodlands Park, this has become a widely traveled pathway for a lot of people that are looking to exercise and just see nature. So we're going to apply for some grant funding to expand the trail network at Wickham Woodlands Park. The Town of Warwick is partnering with each of our villages to implement a transportation safety action plan. This plan has been in the works for a little over a year, and we're going to introduce it to the public starting on January 29th. We're going to have a public forum right here in Town Hall at 6 p.m. on January 29th. I encourage anyone who's interested in slowing down traffic, creating better transportation networks for pedestrians, to attend this meeting, give us your feedback, and we'll try to incorporate it in the transportation safety action plan as best we can. As Councilman Cole mentioned, we are planning to continue our battery storage facility committee meeting. Obviously we had several fires in 2023. We had 2 of them, and a moratorium was put into place immediately after those fires. And we took a little bit of time. We wanted to see technology improve. We felt that the technology had improved a little bit, so we felt a little comfortable re-engaging the process and looking at eliminating our moratorium and actually having a solid law that made sense for the town of Warwick, which would have allowed battery storage facilities. In light of the fire that recently took place, I think we've all come to the conclusion that we're going to reconsider that and reevaluate our steps forward. It seems quite irresponsible for us to move in a direction that would allow large-scale battery storage facilities to be constructed in the town of Warwick in light of a recent fire. We understand that this is relatively new technology. It needs to continue developing, but our main priority in the town of Warwick is public safety and public health, and that's what we're going to prioritize as we move forward. So we're not going to shut the door on the conversation. We will continue to have committee meetings, which is not only made up of the councilman as well as myself, our DPW, our engineer, but it's also made up of members of the public, some of whom in the audience tonight, and it is made up of NYSERDA, who are the main organizations within the state that is driving this battery storage need, right? As New York State looks to electrify more of our homes and more of our assets, battery storage has become a main thing that they're relying on. So we understand the need. We also have to understand and prioritize public safety and public health. So we're not going to walk through this process with closed eyes. We're going to continue in a very thorough manner. So more will come out on that. I did want to address the recent fire and just update the public that, from my perspective and my opinion, the Village of Warwick is handling the situation very steady and holding Convergent very accountable for the actions that took place during our recent fire. I cannot not get into detail about exactly what they're doing, but I do know that they have condemned the site. It did not have a legal CO to operate, so they opened the site and energized it without legal authority to do so, and the Village of Warwick is holding them accountable. So as we monitor that situation and keep an eye on what's going on, I'm very confident that the Village of Warwick is addressing this as needed. A couple of updates on PDR, as I've shared with the board. Right now, we've got 160 acres that are pending closure. They're already in contract. All the funding has been approved, and we're just finalizing details with the federal government to get this completed. Those should be completed by late spring. And we've got approximately 500 acres that are currently in contract to be preserved this year alone. So we're working very hard to continue the tradition of preserving open space and active farmland within the town of Warwick, and we will make every effort possible to ensure that we're preserving the character of our town. This time, that concludes my report, and I will open it up to privilege of the floor on any agenda item. Okay? We'll move right into new business and resolutions, which is addendum number 4.
Motion to approve special event for the Warwick Lions Club to host their 35th annual Labor Day 5K road race on September 7th, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt a resolution granting permission for the following applicants to serve alcohol at the Town of Warwick parks and rental facilities. The applicants have filed a certificate of liability and liquor liability in the town clerk's office. Applicants are as listed below.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve special event for the Lions Club of Hudson Valley Catskills District, 20-0, to benefit childhood cancer at Wickham Woodlands Park on June 6, 2026. The rain date is June 7th, from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m., pending submittal of applicant's insurance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the resignation of Animal Control Officer Liam O'Dwyer effective January 9, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign a municipal agreement with Community Development for certification of authority.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt a resolution to appoint Nicholas Myruski as a full-time Department of Public Works laborer, grade 4, step 1, at a pay rate of $24.67 as per CSEA contract, effective January 31st, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to waive the rental fee for the Warwick Boy Scouts to host their Pinewood Derby at Mountain Lake Lodge.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Daniel Hayden as a part-time DPW laborer at a rate of pay of $18.50, effective February 1st, 2026, pending Orange County approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept proposal and sign contract with ServPro for repairs to Town Hall as a result of water damage in the amount of $22,641.60.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve the purchase of an AED and 3 outdoor cabinets for our town parks from Advantage Emergency Services for a cost of $5,555 and $2,250 for electrical hook for the 3 cabinets at the town parks.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to appoint Joseph McNamee as a full-time water and wastewater assistant, grade 4, step 1, at $24.67 per hour as per the CSEA contract, effective January 17, 2026, pending Orange County approval.
Second.
And just point of note, he did receive Orange County Civil Service approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution. Whereas John and Jesse Wood Trust, the trust, owns a certain parcel of land known as tax parcel section 51, block 1, lot 4.42 on the tax map of the town of Warwick, the property, located on Route 94 South in the town of Warwick, and has offered to sell the property to the town of Warwick for the sum of $100,000. And whereas the town of Warwick has identified the property as being a significant gateway and scenic viewshed within the town of Warwick, and whereas the town has identified the property as a possible walking and bike path facilitating a multimodal network of pedestrian and bike paths throughout the town, and whereas it will be in the best interest of the town to acquire the property for a sum of $100,000. Now it is therefore resolved that the town board authorizes the town supervisor to execute a contract of sale with the trust, subject to review by the attorney of the town for the purchase of the property, and the contract being conditioned upon the town completing a satisfactory appraisal of the premises and the amount equal or exceeding the purchase price. And the town supervisor or his designee is authorized to execute all necessary documents to effectuate the purchase of the property, and the resolution is subject to a permissive referendum pursuant to Town Law, Article 7.
I second. The deputy clerk will do a roll call vote.
Supervisor Dwyer?
Aye.
Councilman Hall?
Aye.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Aye.
Councilman Mattingly?
Aye.
Let the record show 4 ayes, 0 nay, and 1 absent. Councilman Schulak is absent.
Thank you.
Do we need to read that part? that
Yeah,
follows?
I'll read. The aforementioned resolution shall become final unless within 30 days of this publication, a petition protesting the order and requesting a referendum signed and acknowledged by at least 5% of the owners of taxable real property, or 100 such owners, whichever is lesser, within the proposed district, shall have been filed with the town clerk, Town of Warwick.
Motion to adopt the following resolution. Whereas the Orange County Legislature appropriated funding for the Orange County Open Space Fund to preserve and protect valuable open space and natural resources throughout the county. Whereas the Orange County Open Space Fund provides matching grants to villages, towns, cities, qualified not-for-profits, and individual property owners for the purchase of land, development rights, or conservation easements that meet the objectives set forth in the Orange County Open Space Plan. Whereas the John and Jesse Wood Trust, the trust, owns a certain parcel of land known as Tax Parcel Section 51, Block 1, Lot 4.42, on the tax map of the Town of Warwick, the property, located on Route 94 South in the Town of Warwick, and has offered to sell the property to the Town of Warwick for the sum of $100,000, and whereas the Town of Warwick, the town, has identified the property as being a significant gateway and scenic viewshed within the Town of Warwick, and whereas the town also has identified the property as a possible walking and bike path facilitating a multimodal network of pedestrian and bicycle paths throughout the town, and whereas it would be in the best interest of the town to acquire the property for the sum of $100,000, whereas the Town of Warwick intends to apply to the Orange County Open Space Fund for matching support to purchase the proposed property, now therefore be it resolved that the town board, the Town of Warwick, in its capacity as governing body of the Town of Warwick, does hereby support the application for funding to purchase the property located at Tax Parcel Section 51, Block 1, Lot 4.42 on the tax map of the Town of Warwick, the property, located on Route 94 South in the Town of Warwick. The supervisor or his designee is authorized to execute all necessary documents to apply for and facilitate the processing of the grant application with the County of Orange.
Second.
The deputy clerk will do a roll call vote.
Supervisor Dwyer?
Aye.
Councilman Hall?
Aye.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Aye.
Councilman Mattingly?
Aye.
Let it show that there are 4 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 absent. Councilman Schulak is absent.
Thank you. Okay, that concludes our resolutions. At this time, we will open it up to privilege of the floor on any general topic. Michael?
So, I'm Michael Helm, and this is Kate DeBold.
Thank you.
We're both steering committee members from Sustainable Warwick, and we're pleased to announce that we are launching the Waste Not, Want Not survey. We've appreciated the help of the town in developing it, and the town and all 3 villages, as well as the libraries, will help distribute it. We certainly appreciate that. I also want to thank Kate and Teresa Vella Hayes, who works at the library, and Fred Rumler from the Greenwood Lake Lions, who did a lot to contribute to developing the survey. We We really would prefer that people take it online. We do have a few printed copies, but there's lots of hopefully there will be lots of places to find the link online. You'll be able to find it on the Sustainable Warwick homepage soon. I guess the main thing I want to say is that I think the way we've written the survey, as participants go through, they will be able to review a lot of opportunities to reduce their waste, maybe save money or help somebody else out. And at the same time, I think the town and other organizations around town will be able to learn about, well, how well are our programs understood and known about. And lastly, it only takes about 5 minutes to fill in the survey. So my big hope is that the Waste Not survey will not be a waste of time. Kate, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I did want to add, it's super simple, as Michael is saying. It's 25 questions. It will take you maybe 2 minutes unless you stop and dwell and think a little bit longer. It is anonymous. We wanted to emphasize that. It's for residents of the town, each of the villages, but also non-residents, so folks who come to town and work here but live elsewhere. We're anxious for them to be aware of what's here, each of the programs. But also, thanks to the town's input, we're asking about a potential composting program, and we're also asking about potential dual stream waste recycling. So there's an opportunity for folks to weigh in on potential programs as well.
So we're really pleased to be launching that. Also, the climate smart communities will get a couple points for having done that survey. Then on another topic, I'm putting on my Transformation Trails hat. On Monday, our group had been looking for a way to get topsoil and seeds to do a project out at the Transformation Trails. And on Wednesday, Jeff Zahn reported, I'm calling the company, they're not like returning my calls or anything. And then in the middle of the day, Tuesday, he said, wait a minute, they're going to donate the soil. And then like 5 minutes later, he was saying, they're delivering it already. And so early morning, Ben had no idea he'd have so much excitement on Wednesday, but, got in early. Got in early morning, and by 1 o'clock, he had his man with the backhoe out to do the work, spreading the soil, and we had volunteers there. I especially want to thank, besides all the DPW work, Alana Heller has really done a great job of looking at this and saying, oh, this would be a great place to plant this meadow. We've also had it reviewed by Marcy Denker, who's a landscape designer. Jeff Zahn, Jeff Howard, of course. I'm dropping everyone who was there, Sally Greco, Arnold Villa, Greg Galuccio. A lot of us were out there getting our exercise, spreading the soil. So we really appreciated the support of the DPW for that. And thank you.
Great, thank you, Michael. We really appreciate it. The landscape architect you mentioned before, Marcy
Denker.
Can you get me her contact info? We're interviewing landscape architects next week, and I'd like to see if she's interested in helping with that.
Yes, I will.
Okay, great. And thank you for your hard work, and Kate as well, putting together this Waste Not survey. I think it's really great information, will help educate the public. It will give the town board a lot of information about what our residents are looking for, what they know about our existing programs, and I really think it's a great way to spread the word and learn a little bit more about what we can do better in the town. So thank you very much for your hard work on that. Anyone else? Any of our employees want to talk? Okay. The next town board meeting will be Thursday, January 29th, 2026. And just point of note, this is a 1 p.m. meeting. It is a daytime meeting. Because there was a large gap between this and the next meeting, we wanted to be able to adopt a resolution to pay our bills. If we don't pay our bills, we fall behind, and the comptroller gets mad at me. So we have to have meetings in between. We could still have a workshop as early as 11:30 a.m. Each are open to the public. And at this time, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll see you next time.